Ronnie, what is the current understanding of autism in Indonesia?
Oke, Rani. Jadi apa yang kamu ketahui dan, mengerti tentang, keadaan autisme di Indonesia itu bagaimana?
Kalau untuk kondisi autisme di Indonesia, sebenarnya penerimaan mengenai autisme di Indonesia itu sudah berkembang cukup baik belakangan hari ini.
Well, the acceptance in Indonesia, especially in Jakarta, has, grown so much that people are more, aware with autism.
Ya, dan semakin banyak komunitas-komunitas orang tua dan masyarakat yang peduli sama anak-anak berkebutuhan khusus di Indonesia.
Yeah, there's a lot of growing, communities between parents and the educators that concern about autism in Indonesia itself.
Kemudian juga banyak informasi mengenai penanganan autisme itu sendiri yang bisa diakses sama orang tua di berbagai sosial media ya, seperti Facebook, Instagram, dan lain sebagainya.
So many information that parents or educators can access about autism. So that is also a good point that is growing and happening in Indonesia.
Ya, tapi meskipun begitu, karena Indonesia sangat luas dan pembangunan tidak rata, jadi ada beberapa daerah yang masih kesulitan mendapatkan tempat untuk terapi dan sekolah yang bisa menerima mereka.
However, because Indonesia is such a large country and it's still developing a lot, so outside Jakarta, even like outside Java, it's still very hard and it's quite inaccessible for the parents to get the treatment and information about autism.
Ya, dan karena itu sehingga mereka sulit mengembangkan diri mereka dengan baik di masa yang akan datang.
So that's why a lot of people with autism are struggling to improve their quality of life.
What services are available for families from the point of diagnosis?
Jadi ini kita masih gambaran di Indonesia itu servisnya apa aja yang ada di Indonesia yang bisa diakses sama keluarga gitu sih, Kak?
Sebenarnya banyak ya tempat terapi di Indonesia, terutama khususnya di Jakarta gitu kan. Karena memang Jakarta kan big city ya. Di beberapa kota besar di Indonesia banyak kita dapetin kayak terapi perilaku, ada terapi SI, terapi sensori integrasi, okupasi terapi, dan banyak terapi-terapi lain yang bisa diakses sama orang tua untuk dapat menangani perilaku anak-anak mereka.
Well, there are a lot of types therapy that is accessible and available for the family, such as sensory integration, and then occupational therapy, also speech language therapy. Yeah.
Tapi untuk dapat akses itu membutuhkan biaya yang sangat besar gitu kalau misalnya di Indonesia. Jadi nggak semua orang bisa mengakses itu dengan mudah.
However, one of the concern to access these therapies is it requires a lot of financial. So a lot of families are struggling to get the services for their children because of the amount of money that they needed.
Is the government providing any support?
Yes.
Apakah pemerintah menyediakan bantuan untuk keluarga ini?
Bantuan secara finansial enggak, tapi pemerintah belakangan hari ini membangun kayak PTA, ya, pusat terapi autisma di berbagai kota yang satu yang gabung sama puskesmas. Tapi ya itu tidak merata, masih belum merata semua daerah di Indonesia untuk dapat bisa.
The government do not provide funding for the families to access these therapies, but recently they've been building a center that integrates with the medical center in small towns.
Tapi karena banyaknya orang yang membutuhkan dan tempatnya yang tersedia cukup sedikit, jadinya tetap saja pelayanannya tidak maksimal.
However, because the amount of kids that need the treatment is not balanced with the facilities that they provided, so that's why so many kids are abandoned or they are forgotten and they cannot access this treatment until they grown up.
Is there any stigma of autism in Indonesia?
Apa ada stigma tentang autisme di Indonesia?
Ya, banyak pasti. Iya, kayak autisme itu adalah sebuah penyakit. Terus ya stigma kayak anak yang tidak diharapkan. Ya, hal-hal seperti itulah masih banyak.
There are a lot of stigma that sticks with the kids with autism, such as it's a sickness that needs to be treated, so it can be cured. Also that it's like, oh, it's an unwanted children. That's what the stigma within the kids with autism among the families and societies.
Ya. Dan beberapa hari terakhir ini sebenarnya aku mendapati 2 orang kenalan aku sendiri yang baru mengetahui atau mencurigai anaknya itu autisme, dan mereka itu sangat ketakutan sekali membayangkan bagaimana masa depan anaknya dan lain sebagainya.
Recently, I've discovered 2 of my friends, and they have young kids of their own, and they just discovered that their kids might have diagnosed with autism, and they're very anxious of how are they going to grow up, how will they get treatment.
Are there any services available in schools?
Apakah ada service yang bisa diakses atau yang tersedia di sekolah?
Untuk terapi sendiri nggak ada, tapi sekolah-sekolah di Indonesia sebenarnya sudah menerapkan sistem inklusi, yaitu sistem yang menggabungkan antara anak-anak berkebutuhan khusus dengan anak-anak normal. Tapi masih belum maksimal gitu, kayak sampai situ dulu.
There's no specific treatment for the kids with autism at school. However, recently there are a lot of schools that provides inclusion.
You've been watching Autism Knows No Borders. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Also, we'd love to hear from you, so let us know what you think in the comments section. Click here to watch this interview in its entirety. You can also find us on your favorite podcast app. Tune in each week for engaging conversations of how people across the globe are inspiring change and building community. Thanks for watching. Take care.